Good morning, Mrs. Palazzolo here. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. We made it through another week. Can everybody hear me okay? Awesome. Good morning. Good to see everyone. So today we're going to be talking about your element discussion assignment. I want you to be thinking about which element interests you the most. How was my week? My week was pretty good. I cannot complain. Best part is being in the live sessions with you all. You got to work on Saturday. Well, I work pretty much every day, but I enjoy it, so it doesn't really feel like work. It's fun. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Let me enlarge this. Okay, why is that not enlarging? I don't know, but we'll go ahead and move forward. Why is that not bigger? I don't know, Jigsaw can be very weird. Okay, so here are our student expectations. It is doing weird things. Not sure if it's doing weird things for you. It's big for you? Okay. It's like small for me. Let's try that again. So hopefully it's big for you. And here are the student expectations. They put a nice acronym here for you. PARC, participate in all classes, attend all required classes, read and respond to your emails. And by the way, most of these are going through Canvas now. So please be sure to check Canvas regularly. Yes, Ramsey, I'd like you to stay. And complete all assignments and assessments. Please keep in mind, pre-tests are required. We still have some students that need to complete those physical science pre-tests. If that is you, I emailed you a direct link to take your pre-test. You'll also find it in Canvas under announcements. So please put that on your to-do list and try to get that done today. Once you complete that pre-test, go to Canvas, and then there's a pre-test completion quiz. Complete that, and that will open up your course, open up all your content. Remember that pre-tests, we're expected you to finish them in about an hour. We don't expect you to know all the answers. So feel free to take guesses when you don't know, and your actual score will not go into the grade book, but you do get participation points for completing it. It is a required milestone. Here are our unit goals. So these are from the Georgia Standards of Excellence, and we are working on pretty much location and properties of metals, nonmetals, and metalloids this week. And our discussion assignment kind of like sums up what we've done so far. Okay, hopefully you can see this pretty good. And I forgot to put the emojis there, but I'll show you what to do here in just a second. The elements neon and argon are not reactive. Which hypothesis best explains this? Let me minimize this for a second. Let me move this over to here. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so smiley face for A, OK symbol for B, volume for C, and turtle for D. So the elements neon and argon are not reactive. Which hypothesis best explains this? Smiley face for A, they are not stable atoms. The OK symbol for B, they are not readily available on Earth. The volume for C, they tend to give up all of their valence electrons easily. Or the turtle for D, they have the maximum possible number of electrons in their outermost shell. Let's go for 100% participation, which means I want to see responses from everyone. Let's get those responses in, please. The elements neon and argon are not reactive. Which hypothesis best explains this? So Cassie, waiting on a response from you, and Ella, get your response in, please. Jalen, need a response from you. Nick, Ramsey, need a response from you, and Sean, get those responses in, please. Okay, I should be seeing turtles for everyone. They have the maximum number of electrons in the outermost shell. Well, what else can you tell me about neon and argon? What do we know about them? We talked about those yesterday. They are called what? Feel free to grab the mic or tell us in the chat box. Or maybe it was the day before yesterday. The day before yesterday. Neon and argon are what? Where are they located on the periodic table? By the way, please have your handy dandy periodic table open for you for each class. Use them, download them from Canvas, both of them. There's one that's kind of blank that you can put your own notes on, color code, make it your own. The other one has some notes already on it, but again, download it, use it, make it your own, add more notes to it, print them both off, have them both handy when you're in class. Use them, make them your own. Can you all hear me? We're asking about neon and argon. Where do they fall on your periodic table? Hello? Do I need to refresh myself? Okay, so they're all the way there on the right, right? Yes, far right. There they are. And what are they called? Neon and argon are called the noble gases. Yes, they are all the way over here on the right. They have full valence shells. 8 electrons in their valence shells. They are happy. They don't want any more electrons. They are non-reactive. Non-reactive. That sound familiar? Didn't we talk about this the other day? Please, please, please download those periodic tables. Color code them. Put your notes on them. A great website to go and help you color code is Chem for Kids. Color code your periodic tables. Color code the different metals. Alkali metals, alkaline earth metals, transition metals. You might want to leave those white since there's so many. The other day we talked about metalloids, making that stair step right through here. Color code those. Color code your noble gases. Color code your halogens. Color code it. Put a key down here so that you know what is what. Label it, put notes on it. Use it in class, use it on your quizzes. Become very comfortable and familiar with that periodic table, please. Any questions about this? And there's lots and lots of resources there in Canvas to help you do so. So be sure to check those out, especially under Explore and Learn More. And you've got interactive periodic tables to help you. Check out those links. If you can't find anything, let me know. I'm happy to show you. So let me try enlarging this again. There we go. Now it's bigger for me too. So this is your elemental discussion. Move this over to here. So this week you're going to, or actually today, you're going to visit either one of these websites, Element Descriptions and Uses, or Interesting Engineering. Both links are in Canvas. And you're going to find an element that you want to learn more about, one that interests you. Maybe you've already have an element in mind. Maybe you're not sure, so you want to spend a little time at one or both of these websites to find one that piques your interest. And then you're going to work on your discussion post. And your discussion post should contain all of this information that you see here. If you want, you can probably create your discussion like in a Word document and then copy and paste it into Canvas. So the first thing you need to do is name and describe your chosen element. Describe its characteristics, period, and group. So we need to know all about it, its characteristics, where it's located on the periodic table, period, and group. What properties does it have based on its location? Aim for at least 3. Think about what it looks like, what state it's in. Now, when we're talking about state, are we talking about like Georgia or Florida or North Carolina? What are we talking about there when we're talking about state? Yes, we're talking about whether it's like a solid or a liquid or a gas. Exactly. Talk about the ions it can form, its reactivity, and anything else really interesting there that you find out about it. Name another element that has similar properties. Now, how are you going to find that? How are you going to find an element with similar properties? Is it going to be one that's next to it? The periodic table. And where on the periodic table? Right next to it? Or someplace else? Yep. Either above it or under it. Not sideways. Remember, elements in the same group or family, so those columns going up and down, share similar characteristics. And why is that? Who can tell me? Grab the mic or tell me in the chat box. Why do elements in the same group or family have similar characteristics? Okay, good. Yes, true, but why? There we go. That's what I was looking for, Evelyn. Excellent. They share the same number of valence electrons, right? So if this is your element here, the elements in the same group or same family, all the ones in the same column, have the same number of valence electrons. So if your element is in group 1, all the way over here on the periodic table, group 1, how many valence electrons? Group 1. It's right there in the group's name. Yeah, 1, good. And group 2, 2 valence electrons, yes. Group 3, nope, group 7 would be 7 valence electrons. Okay, get it? Okay, you had me worried there. Okay, so let's see, where are we? Okay, so number 4 here, describe a use you feel is most important to society for your element and explain, why you feel that's most important. And then for step 5, if your element was no longer available, explain how your life would be affected. So I'm going to pause here for a moment. Does anybody have any questions thus far? Any questions thus far? Yes, that would work. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Then that would have a big effect, I would say. Oh, quick note, be sure that your discussions are in complete sentences, okay? It's on your Canvas calendar for today. But, if you need to take a little bit longer to work on it, that's fine. The weekend, Monday or Tuesday, I wouldn't go past, I would be sure that it was done by Wednesday, because the second part of your assignment is you need to provide thoughtful feedback to at least 2 of your classmates. So your actual post, 75 points. Providing thoughtful feedback to at least 2 classmates, 25 points. Okay, and we've got that on the schedule for Monday. So I would say by like Wednesday, Thursday, you should be complete with the whole thing. I wouldn't procrastinate much longer than that. Some good examples of, constructive feedback would be things like, wow, I had no idea that there was platinum in my car's spark plugs. I bet they use it because it's non-corroding. Or, are you sure that krypton is shiny and ductile? I think it's a noble gas and not a metal because it's in group 18. You do not want to just say, yeah, I agree, or me too. You want to provide, I forgot to turn my microphone back on. Okay, so how long has that been off? Okay, so let me recap here for a second. So 75 points for your actual post, 25 points for your constructive feedback, and that says it's due Monday. If you need to take a little bit longer, that's fine, but I would aim to have both pieces done by like Wednesday of next week so that you don't get too far behind. And then these are good examples of constructive feedback. While, this is, you don't want to do this. No points for this. You still can't hear me? Let me try. Can you hear me now? Okay. Have you heard me all along, Marissa? Okay, so, okay. And if anybody else can't hear me, you want to do this. Okay, so you will find your discussion assignment there under your modules. You can also get to it, I believe, through your calendar. It's on the calendar for today, be and do today, so you can get to it this way or this way, modules. Scroll down to today's date, August 23rd. You'll see your elemental discussion. It's got all the information I just went over with you right here. And then once you are ready to post your discussion, you simply click reply. And again, I think that you can create the whole thing like in a Word document. And then when you're ready to copy and paste, click reply, and then copy and paste. I'm going to pause here. Anybody have any questions? Okay, so I'm going to give you the rest of class, or at least most of the rest of class, to begin work on your discussion. If you have questions, please either put them on the whiteboard or in the chat box. And then the last 5 minutes of class, we'll kind of address those questions and recap. Okay? Okay, so how we doing out there? What should be included in your elemental discussion? Grab the mic, use the whiteboard or chat. I'll minimize this again so you can use the whiteboard. What are some things that should be included in your discussion? Go ahead, Nora, if you have a question. Go ahead. Good. Name and description of the element you are talking about. Definitely some things you want to include in your discussion. Anything else? Okay, I'll check it in just a moment. Properties, absolutely. Don't forget location, reactivity, other elements that are similar. Be sure to include all of those things in your discussion. And is that the only thing you have to do? In addition to your actual discussion post, what else do you have to do? Isn't there a second part? And again, feel free to grab the mic. Good, good. But there's something else you need to do too. Don't forget to provide constructive feedback to at least 2 other posts. That's the second part of your discussion. Be sure to be working on getting caught up if you are behind, including quiz 1. Quiz 1 was on your Canvas calendar for last week, last Friday. So be sure to get caught up if you are behind. Take good notes for each of your lessons. Use those guided notes as a resource in taking your own notes. Let me know if you have any questions or need any assistance. If not, you are free to exit the room, head to your period 4 class,